Sonic Project 06 is doing the unthinkable, taking one of the most infamous video games of all time and transforming it into one of the best 3D platforming experiences out there. The road here wasn't a short one though, as lead developer ChaosX has diligently studied the entire series, taking many of the elements that worked in the other games and either improving, remixing, or expanding them here. The beauty of it is how masterfully each of those ideas have been cohesively spun together, making the game much greater than the sum of its parts. So, let's take a dive and talk about many of the things that make this passion project so special. Here are 100 facts about Sonic Project 06 you may or may not have known. If you master every stage in Sonic's story, a secret item spawns in Kingdom Valley. Once you find and equip it, you can transform into Super Sonic. When Rouge does her aerial bomb attack, she will throw a Bat Cracker Mine, an unused item from the original game. It's similar to a regular bomb, but has a cooler model. Pressing a certain button combination on the disclaimer screen will enable debug mode. With it, you can turn on the cinematic camera from Retail 06's trailers, as well as enable or disable the HUD elements. To be more in line with the story, Silver's Crisis City takes place at nighttime, and it looks freaking sick, oh my god! Looking up in the more nocturnal stages in the game will reveal that not all was fixed from past adventures. The moon is still blown in half. One of Sonic's idle animations comes from the 2005 Tokyo Game Show demo of the original game, where he quickly taps his foot on the ground. When you beat a personal record on a stage, a red star will appear beside it on the results screen. While playing as Sonic and the Princess, if he attacks while the shield is out, his aura color changes to be the same as that shield.
In an earlier version of the game, you could find a hidden Easter Island head at each of Sonic's stages. Some of them had interesting effects when approached.
Game room found through the extras menu, you are able to change the spin effect of the characters between Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and the updated 06 one. Tails' tail swipe attack has a special property. Holding down the button allows for continuous tail swipes. Yes, he learned a thing or two from Sonic Adventure. The shield item that was unused but appeared in the original game's manual has been fully re-implemented, working just like previous 3D outings. The main menu's game room also features a toggle between camera types. Enjoy P06 with the retail cam or E3 demo inspired cam, or use the TGS cam, you psychopath. All 7 of Sonic's gems from the original game make a return here, hidden in the stages across his campaign. Find them and wield their more refined abilities. The test stage is accessible from the main menu. Hop in to try out your favorite characters in a hassle-free environment. Knuckles is now able to end his ground combo with different finishers. The Dash Punch from Sonic Adventure, the Crimson Uppercut inspired by Sonic Adventure 2, and the Stone Breaker from Retail 06. Blaze's unused Crow attack from the original game is re-implemented in her moveset here. It's speculated that Crow is a mistranslation of Claw. I mean, she is a cat.
Inspired by one of the original game's cutscenes, Omega now has a Gatling gun mode, where his arms turn into machine guns that he uses to wipe out the opposition.
All of the characters' unused idle dialogue has been added. If you get the chance, slow down in a level to hear what they think.
Phew, it sure is hot here. Better get going. Iblis, Mephiles, what's going on?
In the outskirts of Dusty Desert, you can see that the sand actually sparkles. Back in the test stage, there is a special warp mirror that takes you to Silver's Crisis City. From the E3 2006 demo, this is also the only time in the game where Eggman's mechs appear in the future. All 4 of the drivable vehicles are now marked with the symbol for Project Shadow. Silver's B button action, the Psychic Shot, is new for P06, and is based off of his first encounter with Sonic in the story. The Sonic P06 mod loader was developed by Beats, Hyper, and ChaosX. It allows for custom stages, custom characters, and full mod support. Head over to the P06 Workshop server to try some out for yourself. In the options, you can change the background of the main menu screen to your favorite stage. Flame Core is clearly the best though. Shadow's Chaos Boost gets more intense with each level up. Level 1 of course has the aura, level 2 adds lightning effects, and level 3 amplifies those effects to a larger degree. Oh, he's pissed.
The Sigil of Awakening is based off of the mandala, the Greek symbol for balance. This represents the newfound peace Silver finds within himself at the end of his journey and awakens his true potential in the form of ESP mode.
ESP mode allows Silver to decimate his campaign. With a huge blast of psychic energy, more efficient moves, and near invincibility, nothing stands in the way between him and the flames of disaster. In the very first demo of the game, you could alter the code to spawn the unfinished characters before their initial release. This even includes a playable, but ultimately scrapped Metal Sonic. Sonic now runs out of the door in Kingdom Valley's Mach Speed section, rather than awkwardly landing in front of it. With the help of longtime 3D animator Sonic Box, he and Chaos created incredible cutscenes for the debut of the Silver release, both in the trailer and in-game. Sonic's voice line when you collect an extra life may sound a bit different from the rest.
Yes!
That's because it's a quote from Sonic and the Black Knight. Sonic doesn't just have an idle animation from the 2005 Tokyo Game Show demo, he is also able to sport all of the build's animations from an option in the extras menu. Omega's voice lines were given extra effects to make him sound more in line with previous entries, but not take away from the original performance by the late Matty Blaustein. All three of Silver's upgrades, the Lotus of Resilience, the Flame of Control, and the aforementioned Sigil of Awakening, follow the naming conventions of the Heart of Wind, his teleport dash upgrade in the original game.
All of Silver's ESP marks face towards the object they activate.
Shadow is able to perform the spin dash now. I know, that's something that had to be added into the game. White Acropolis has gotten several updates to make it really feel like the ice level of the game. Some of those include frost breath on the characters and new ice cap textures on the ground. Taking a look at the morning sky in Blaze's Wave Ocean reveals that the stars actually fade in and out. Who would have noticed? Me. It was me. To coincide with Blaze's Wave Ocean taking place at sunrise, Silver's Tropical Jungle does as well. And man, it's pretty. Sonic and Shadow's jump dash is now customizable. The first type, straight, works just like the original game, where the Hedgehogs travel forward a set distance and lose their speed at the end. The second type, curved, works like the 2006 E3 demo, where the character will travel forward in a downward arc. The final type, legacy, works just like 2005 Shadow the Hedgehog, where the direction is influenced based on the player's current predicament. You go up, it goes up. You go down, it goes down. Side note, this is the best one for speedrunning. There was an unused animation called Select from the original game, which Chaos appropriately added back in when selecting a character's story.
Silver's Psycho Knife move he gains by collecting the Flame of Control is inspired by one of his attacks from his boss fight in Sonic Generations. Awesome little reference.
Blaze is able to perform a triple jump. Do an accelerator tornado, activate the spinning claw, then cancel it with another accelerator tornado. And voila, you're a speedrunner now. In the final build of the Shadow release, it was possible to skip every character switch in Sonic stages, except for Tails Wave Ocean, obviously. Chaos added an option for new gem shoes, which keeps Sonic's classic design intact when using those abilities. If you enter a Mach Speed section as Super Sonic, you are able to play it as him. You only get one chance though, so be prepared. The music track playing during the credits is called New Future. It is an original composition by ChaosX himself. Rouge and Knuckles are only allowed to climb terrain that is tagged as climbable in the game, meaning that if you go into a stage that shares sections with one of theirs, you can actually climb those walls using a character switcher. Mastering Shadow's story will unlock a new pathway in his dusty desert. Get to the end and grab the brand new Memory Shard Light. This item unlocks Shadow's uninhibited mode, a fourth level to his Chaos boost. When flying upwards with Tails, he has a new animation showing the effort he is putting in.
In Shadow's Kingdom Valley, you just might be able to spot chaos lurking in the waters of this canal. It's kinda creepy.
If you know your soundtracks, you can notice the P06 main menu theme is actually Sonic 06's main menu and multiplayer tracks strung together. Fits pretty well. When getting close to a key, Rouge gets an exclamation point above her head, just like in Sonic Adventure 2. Looking in the top left of the game window will show the title, Sonic the Hedgehog, Knights of Kronos. Knights of Kronos was the 100% achievement name in Sonic 06. Maybe a new subtitle for the game? There is an option to toggle the E3 and Xbox Live Arcade demos music into the game, which changes the tracks for Kingdom Valley, Crisis City, the 1-up jingle, and the results screen. When Sonic is on the snowboard, there were unused animations for when he went off of the ramps. As expected, they have been added back in here. Equipping the yellow gem with the shield active will cause the shield to go away. No Sonic 4 power stacking here. To be more in line with his color scheme, Shadow has had his jump aura changed from the yellow we see in Sonic Adventure 2 to red. If you hold Amy's spinning hammer attack long enough, she will get dizzy, just like in Sonic Adventure.
Originally, Project 06 used textures from the base game. However, when I created new ones as a test, Chaos liked it, so I replaced the textures across the whole project. From remaking diffuse maps to adding normal maps, things such as transparency leaves in Wave Ocean, as well as rough surfaces like mountains. The entire game's textures were remade.
You can level up Sonic's gems by defeating enemies, up to level 3. Some gems gain new abilities at max level, such as the blue gem gaining a boost-like property, defeating enemies during the dash, the purple gem allowing Sonic to go invisible and jump 3 additional times, the white gem ricocheting targets, making quick work of larger enemy formations, and the rainbow gem granting Super Sonic the Arrow of Light, taken from the Solaris boss fight. A few of the earlier demos of P06 didn't properly consider Sonic's vertical speed when in mock speed sections. Because of that, you could launch off the roofs in Wave Ocean, going so high you could touch the egg carrier. Talk about a quick way to end the story. Each character's story has different styles for the HUD, representing their respective hedgehogs. Both Shadows and Silver styles were in the original game, but didn't load properly. If you search around the test stage, you can find Shadow's car from Team Sonic Racing, with a few extra bells and whistles too.
If you lose all your lives, you're met with a chilling game over screen set to a watery backdrop while a snippet of Mephiles' theme plays in the background, to really hammer it in that their blood is on your hands. You killed Sonic.
Rouge has regained her martial arts from Sonic Adventure 2. Her and Knuckles even share a stun move when landing on the ground from a drill drive. When the characters are close to an object like an enemy or item box, they will turn their head like Sonic Adventure. Shadow's White Acropolis is the only stage where you transition sections through a portal, and one of the 2 stages where there is no goal ring, the other being Silver's Kingdom Valley. In the first and second demo of the game, there was a not-so-subtle secret hidden in Wave Ocean. Look at that face. When transforming into uninhibited mode, you can actually see Shadow's inhibitor rings land on the ground. Amy's hammer jump move was altered from Sonic Adventure to move much more horizontally. This was done to complement her double jump, rather than overshadow it. Again in the game room, seriously, there are so many options in here. You can customize the UI. From the HUD display to the loading screens, there are so many ways to make P06 your own. E3 Crisis City isn't the only secret stage. If you look hard enough, you can also find a portal to the Xbox Live Arcade version of Sonic's Kingdom Valley.
In the transition from the Shadow release to the Silver release, Chaos teamed up with Sonic Pox to do a lot of new animations. One of the most interesting ones was how Shadow's run cycle was completely overhauled. In the Shadow release, it looked more like the retail running animation, and now it's redone to resemble how Shadow animates in the newer games, and it looks fantastic.
There is an option to disable the camera volumes, which are special events and levels that cause the camera to do a specific shot, usually a cinematic one. Turn them off to see the game from a new perspective. Aquatic Base has a very unique property when visited by Shadow and Silver. It's hard to tell, but when put side by side, Shadow's version has a purple hue, while Silver's has an orange hue, representing their villains respectively. If you want a challenge, it is possible, but very hard, to skip Shadow's hang glider entirely in Wave Ocean. Give it a shot, and let me know in the comments how you did. The Charge Chaos Spear can destroy the searchlights in Shadow's White Acropolis, allowing you to complete the mission without the buggy. If you're really feeling overkill, a Chaos Blast can do it too. In the second demo of P06, there was actually a hidden spring at the end of Sonic's Kingdom Valley. This would send you to the mock speed section without having to watch the Silver cutscene. Omega's new melee attack is inspired by his combo from Sonic Heroes, with the finisher also using elements from the shotgun blast move he had in 06. The pole swing animation for the Ultimate Life Form has a neat little reference to some of his official artwork from Sonic Adventure 2. If you do Sonic or Shadow's air action, you are able to perform a second jump dash. Try this move with all the jump dash types to see what kind of combos you can come up with.
When Super Sonic reaches max speed, a blue aura envelops him like it did in Sonic Adventure. One could even say he looks like a bolt of lightning.
When you reach maximum speed, you'll turn into a bolt of lightning. That's your chance to attack Chaos.
As if there weren't enough secrets in the test stage, there is a hidden portal that takes you to a new section, where you can do a small treasure hunting minigame with Knuckles. If you don't like Sonic's or Silver's bling on their wrist, feel free to turn those upgrade models off in the extras menu. When performing an action over the shoulder, there is a new target reticle to help with your aiming. When Shadow is communicating with Rouge in some of his stages, you can actually hear a radio transmission sound effect added to the dialogue.
When this job is over, I want to come back.
Sonic's snowboard movement is a lot less stiff than in the original game, which allows you to spin him around in the air and go down slopes backwards. Look at that swag.
Amy has a new idle animation by Sonic Pox, which shows her looking at her tarot cards.
Shadow and Blaze's Wave Ocean stages have had new level design added to them. The design philosophy is great, with many alternate routes and shortcuts, especially in Blaze's case. In addition to the ground tailspin, Tails can also now spin in the air, allowing him to get a small boost off of enemies during his flight.
In the first build of the Silver release, Sonic's Blue Gem could be used on cages that hold springs to take off to the skies like a rocket. Look at him go, you didn't even need to kick a rock for that.
The Silver release went live on April 19th, 2023, which is exactly 4 years to the day from the launch of P06's first demo on April 19th, 2019.
This section of the test stage features level design from Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic 06, and from an old veteran fan game, Blitz Sonic. One cool thing to note about the Blitz Sonic one is that it has accompanied me since my early days as a fan game developer, and I've used it in many of my projects over the years.
And that was 101 facts about Sonic Project 06. I want to give a huge shout out to all of the folks in this video. Being able to collaborate with everyone here is a dream come true, and I want to give special mention to two in particular. Firstly, huge thanks to Jay's Reviews. Without them, several of the people in this video wouldn't have been in it. His enthusiasm to help me has shifted my perspective a lot on what it means to be a creator in this space. So thank you, Jay. I couldn't have done it without you, literally. I also want to give thanks to ChaosX. Not only for making an amazing video game worth creating daily videos about, but also for his help specifically with fact-checking my list, as well as creating the outstanding render used for the thumbnail of this video. Hope your intro was badass enough for you, bud. I also want to thank all of you for reaching the end of this video. It was incredibly fun to make, and I want to know your thoughts and things you noticed while playing P06 in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.